If you like Death Grips or pre-Flower Boy Tyler the Creator, you're a weirdo, and no one should ever love you. Thankfully, I'm a fan of both. And let's kind of be honest, both of them make some of the weirdest music. I mean, Tyler the Creator back in the day, but Death Grips, some of the weirdest music I've ever heard. Like, this is music you do not play around the hose. Another place where it's unlikely to find a hose is Reddit. And because I've repeated multiple times, I have nothing better to do with my life, I always be scrolling on Reddit. And of course, because I love making Iceberg videos now, because I have nothing better to do in my life, I stumbled on the weirdest Iceberg ever. I mean, this is some of the most disturbing, horrible, gruesome, weird, unlistenable songs ever collected on the Iceberg. And because I did one for Frank Ocean and I did one for, hopefully it did well. I actually am recording this before. I know if that video did well, but about tragic concerts, I'm feeding y'all again, giving y'all another Iceberg, even though you never asked for it. So welcome back to the Killivvn Show, and today we are diving deep into the weirdest, darkest, and unlistenable songs, Iceberg. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the Killivvn Show. My name is Killivvn. Guys, if you're messing with this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like, follow, share down in the description, link tree for all my socials. And also one more thing, I don't know if y'all know about this, but I'm giving this crap away. I don't know if y'all know about it. It's an album called Blonde. It's pretty popular. It's a vinyl, and I see that they're going a lot online, but I just don't want it. So if you want this, all you really have to do is just subscribe to my channel. As soon as I hit 10K, you get it. So that being said, let's get back into the video. So before I dive deep into the Iceberg, I just want to shout out Reddit user CourtingWillow9382. I found you posting it on the Iceberg subreddit. So listen, shout out to you because thanks to you, I'm making this video. So I'll be going along the one shown here. So it'll probably be down in the description. You want to follow along, but this is what I'm going to go through. And of course, if there's some songs I have to listen to, because honestly on this one, they could have maxed on Death Grips, because Death Grips has way worse songs than the ones they put here. But don't let that spoil anything for you, because there are songs that were so bad, I had to shut off my computer. Like, I had goosebumps because it was so horrible to listen to. Yeah. So if there's more crazy songs, let me know down in the description. And guys, finally, I just want to say there's 6 layers of this. So grab your popcorn, because this is going to be a long one. And with that being said, let's start with layer 1. Nirvana. Poly. I mean, you know Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Kurt Cobain. I mean, Kid Cudi being in love with Kurt Cobain and thinking he was going to die at 27 like Kurt. I mean, not going to lie, Kurt Cobain's already a very dark dude. I mean, he ended his life taking a pew-pew to the head. So, yeah. That being said, his band Nirvana dropped the song Poly. And yeah, which is crazy is that Poly's based off of true events. So Poly was actually a young woman that was kidnapped and tortured. And another thing that rhymes with ape and starts with an R that I will not say on YouTube because YouTube will demonetize me. And all of this happened in 1987 by a monster called Gerald Friend. He was not her friend. Mind you, this dude picked her up at school and did the horrible things he did to her later. Thankfully, she escaped and dude went to jail. And Kurt Cobain one day was just drinking his coffee and took out a newspaper and was like, you know what? This story on the news, I should make a song about it. And then he decided to make it. You know what's the kicker? He made it from the perspective of the criminal. So people were up in arms when the song dropped because it was just, the subject was so damn controversial. And to be honest, if you haven't had a chance to listen to the song, I mean, the song fits the mood perfectly, man. Yeah, it's a pretty somber song. Let me just play it for you right quick. Only wants a cracker. Think I should get off her first. Sematary, Toothtaker. All the TikTok kids love Sematary. I do not understand why. Oh my God, his music is unlistenable. And that's why he's on this Iceberg. I remember back then when I used to Twitch every day, everybody would be like requesting like, yo, Sematary, yo, Sematary, yo, Sematary. Oh my goodness. So Toothtaker is by Sematary, and let me just read y'all the first lyrics of the song. I'ma pull your teeth out and hang them around my neck. Dude, now I'm not gonna lie, the song is kind of catchy. But But if I could summarize this horrendous song still, basically Sematary is saying he wants to hang this girl's teeth out and wrap her up in saran wrap to keep her forever, which is kind of thoughtful. You cannot let a good girl go to waste. And by seeing this dude's IG, yeah, he definitely doesn't want to let any girl that gives him a chance go away. Jonathan Lean Doer 96, Primal Fear. I mean, if y'all don't know, this is just Young Lean. I mean, it says Lean Doer 96, definitely Young Lean. And Young Lean is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I got a chance to see him at Coachella and I was losing my freaking mind. But I gotta be frank with y'all, this song ain't it. Young Lean fans, do not come after me. Young Lean was definitely in a dark place when he dropped this because Jesus Christ, what the hell is this? His voice is screeching and so distorted you can barely hear nothing. And don't even get me started on the lyrics of the song. Dude starts the song off by saying, "What's your primal fear? Why am I still here? The crown of thorns on me. The end of everything." Damn, Lean.
What's your primal fear? Why am I still here? The crown of thorns on me. The end of everything.
Danny Brown, Pneumonia. On my last Iceberg, I talked about how Danny Brown got on stage, which is ridiculous. But yeah, he was definitely gonna make it on this Iceberg for sure. And I mean, definitely was gonna be here because Danny Brown is so good at scaring the hoes. He literally made a joint album with JPEG Mafia, another dude that's really good at scaring the hoes. And the album is called Scaring the Hoes. Literally, it's called Scaring the Hoes. That being said, in 2016, he released a song, Pneumonia. And that song's nasty. The lyrics are horribly nasty. He said, "Slip that just like Lil Maine." He also says that he licked that and she did the Macarena. Top tier lyricism. I ain't even gonna preview this one. Just look it up yourself. Death Grips, Blackpink. Yes, sir. Death Grips, let's go. Death Grips is the best music to scare the hoes. Personally, I do not know why this song's on the list because I find it very tame compared to the other songs that we're gonna see later. Like, they have way more devious songs than this one, to be honest. This is some light shit, to be honest. So, like, this is some light shit. You can find, like, terrible songs from there. Like, some songs are so unlistenable. Like, I don't even know how the record label, how they still have a deal today. But I love that shit, man. Just a preface, if you want something really weird, look for the song Hot Head off of the 2016 album Bottomless Pit. Or on Google, you can type Uncensored, No Love, Deep Web album cover. The album's gonna appear with a nice eggplant emoji. But don't say I sent you. Tyler the Creator's Tron Cat. I don't care what anybody says, including Tyler the Creator. Goblin is a fantastic album. I loved it when it dropped, and I still cherish it up to today, even though Wolf is my favorite album by Tyler the Creator. Now listen, guys, before I continue with this story, do not, I repeat, do not let people on Twitter or X find out about the lyrics on Tron Cat. I don't want Tyler the Creator getting canceled again. Because to be honest, some of the shit he's saying is ridiculous. First of all, he says some satanic ass shit.
Satan's getting jealous of the wolves. The demons say they preferring us.
Then he's super misogynistic and talks about the word that rhymes with ape that starts with an R.
Not a rapper, nor a racist. I fuck with no permission.
And to be honest, this right here might be the most ridiculous bar on the whole track. And also one of his most controversial lines ever. The pregnant and said I had a threesome. Bruh! I mean, listen to this song. It's guaranteed some of y'all are gonna get offended. Please do not let Twitter or X or TikTok find about this song, please. Okay, so if this was too much for y'all, it gets worse. So let's dive deeper into layer 2. Peter Irv's In Heaven. So the song In Heaven is performed by Peter Irvs. He's a true American, born and raised singer-songwriter. He was born in Boston, Massachusetts, September 20th, 1946. And this song gained recognition when it was played for the 1977 movie Eraserhead. By the legendary director, David Lynch. So basically, if I could summarize Eraserhead as fast as I can, it's a dude that goes completely bonkers and has a terribly deformed baby. Now, the song In Heaven placement in the movie, I mean, it shot it to the stratosphere. And of course, with a weird-ass movie like that, the song had to match the energy. And yeah, it's a pretty strange song. And not only does the movie and the song are pretty weird, yeah, my dude Peter, something strange happened to him. Dude mysteriously passed away in 1983 and and to this day, it is a unsolved mystery. Aphex Twin, Milkman. This is from Aphex Twin, 1996 EP, Girl Boy. Milkman is just unsettling. It's distorted. It is weird. It is unsettling. The percussions are ugh. And the lyrics are just weird and repetitive.
I wish the milkman would deliver my milk in the morning.
And that's why I don't drink milk. Asa Atkins, no more hot dogs. Asa Atkins is an American rock and roll superstar. And dude is just known for making very eccentric music, man. And yeah, you're gonna see it. Just wait. And besides the song No More Hot Dogs, Hazel's just a weird dude. Dude in 1983 was still living with his girlfriend, who was a minor. And in 1983, he was a grown-ass man. So as she should, the girl's mother reported him to the police. And dude was charged because Shorty was under 16 years old, bro. And if we go into the music, I mean, look at the lyrics of No More Hot Dog. Well, I'm gonna put your head on my wall, just like I told you. Baby, you can't talk no more. You can't eat no more. Eat no more hot dogs. I'm gonna put your head put in on a wall. What the hell? That's why I don't eat glizzies, dog. Slint, Good Morning Captain. Good Morning Captain is a song by the American band Slint. And the song's from their very influential 1991 album, Spiderland. The song is, let me describe you the song. It's a slow song, but it builds into a crazy climax. And the lyrics are dark and just haunting, bro. And like I said, because it has this climax, the ending is up in air for interpretation. But me personally, I think you should turn up his vocals a little bit because, dude, we can't really get what you're saying. To be honest, a mainstream rapper should sample this beat because it's pretty damn good. Kukarbila Smurth, The Great N-U-N River. I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably mispronounced that, but it's whatever. Anyway, according to this Reddit user, Peckherbs, y'all gotta get better Reddit names. This song was used in a short documentary called I Do Not Want to Make a War Film. And this was released by the New Yorker, talking about the war in Ukraine. Personally, I don't know what the song's here. It's nor dark, nor weird, nor unbearable. It's pretty normal. Maybe a little eerie, but yeah. I don't know why it's here. It's not that creepy, maybe a little eerie, and honestly, I find it quite beautiful. Bliss Tree Celestial album. This album is like a love child of Pulse Demon and 8-bit video game music. But honestly, it's pretty good and quite relaxing as an album. But don't play this in front of the hoes though. Death's Dynamic Shroud, Asleep on an Airplane. Okay, this song is so bad and so weird. I'm just gonna play you a snippet, okay? Because I don't even know what to say at this point. Tyler the Creator, Sarah. Tyler the Creator is back on this again, and this song is a lot worse than Troncat. So basically, Tyler the Creator is falling for this girl called Sarah. And basically in the song, he ends up doing the word that rhymes with ape and starts with an R and eating her. Also, her name might be Raquel because Tyler the Creator mentions a Raquel on Bastard and said he made Sarah to strangle her. Dude is confusing. He was 16. Do not blame him for this. Anyway, Tyler the Creator uses Sarah as a way to release his sexual frustration about women to the world, which is very misogynistic and fucking crazy.
Shut the fuck up. You gon' fucking love me, bitch. Fucking put this gun in your fucking head.
This song is fucking wild. Listen, there's multiple YouTube videos that have done huge dissections about this song right here, but I don't want to make the video too long because we have crazier songs to go off of. But yeah, this shit is wild. I think Tyler the Creator was spending too much time on 4chan. To be honest, I remember listening to this song back in the day when I was super young, and I don't know, the lyrics just went over my head, man. This shit is wild, but listen, I still love Bastard. It's one of my favorite mixtapes of all time. Don't let Twitter find this song, okay? Please, let's not recancel Tyler the Creator. With all that wildness, let's dive deeper and deeper. We're on to layer 3. Converge, Concubine. I'm not a huge fan of metalcore, but this song starts with a lot of potential and then goes left so fast. You literally cannot understand a word of what's being said in this song. I will never listen to this again. Look it up if you want to. I'm not even gonna put a preview for this one. Liturgy, Hodge. Okay, so I don't know why, while diving deeper into this Iceberg, some songs just go left so freaking fast, it's crazy. So Liturgy is an American black metal band from Brooklyn, New York. So the song starts pretty simple, and then a weird beat starts appearing and crazy drums start kicking in and then yelling like someone is getting attacked. And you know what's the crazy part about this is that with all that crazy bad shitness, it ends on beautiful piano. Like, what the fuck? And the song is 8 minutes. It's a roller coaster ride. It's like Astroworld, but if it was trash. Berserk Donkey. So, as described on Spotify, Berserk is the one-man project of Varg Vikernes, perhaps the most notorious figure in Norwegian black metal. Although Berserk had an unpredictable experimental bent encompassing black metal, industrial, electronic, and dark ambient music, Vikernes will forever be associated with his conviction for the 1993 murder of former Mayhem bandmate Euronymous. Dude took his bandmate's life away. Now, let's talk about the song. The song is actually pretty dope, but dude, you gotta work on the mixing of your vocals, my guy. We don't understand a thing. Gore shit, serial experiments, lane alternative, OP. This is my exact reaction of hearing this. What the hell? This is some straight up noise like Paul's Demon. This shit almost destroyed my laptop speakers. Oh my goodness, I'm not even gonna play this on YouTube. It might break YouTube. Just look it up. Daughter's the Flammable Man. So Anthony Fantano gave this a 10 out of 10 if you care about his freaking opinion. So how could I describe this song for people that didn't listen to the foolishness earlier in this Iceberg? It's basically a mix of the most unlistenable Death Grip songs on steroids. Like, dude is screaming, and I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this shit. He's screaming on the top of his lungs for the whole track with this repetitive, blaring beat. This song's not for me. Clipping Pedestrian Deposit Atonement. This song is legit the love child between Eminem and Merzbow.
Rock, back to the edge and up to the tip, it's not. Nice, the ropes are tight enough to hold but never burn.
The rapidy rap mixed with just straight up noise. Coil, It's in My Blood. So Cloy were an experimental English group formed in 1982 in London, and they dissolved in 2005. So this is a song from an album that was released following the death from the co-lead vocalist John Balance that died November 13, 2004. So the album with this song was released in his memory. And you really feel the pain in the singer's voice and in the beat, and you can also hear the pain in my ears because this shit was trash. Merzbow, the Neurology album. Does Merzbow or Merzbow, am I mispronouncing it? Merzbow? Correct me in the comments, but does he really need an introduction? As stated on Spotify, Merzbow stands as the most important artist in noise music. The favorite moniker of Japan's Masami Akita appears on more than 500 albums. His name is taken from German artist Kurt Schwitzer's Merzbow, and his choice of name reflects his fondness for junk art and his fascination with ritualized eroticism. If you haven't heard this dude's music, oh my goodness, you're in for a treat because this is the #1 master of do not play this in front of the host. I know I talked about Danny Brown. I know I talked about Death Grips. Oh, Merzbow is worse. So this album was inspired by death metal and grindcore. So I already know this shit's gonna be crazy. Venereology has gained also notoriety for the loudness of its mastering. This shit is fucking loud. This shit was so loud, it violated American limitations on dynamic range on fucking CDs. This shit was too loud, CDs couldn't handle it. And the third track on this album, I Lead You Towards Glorious Times, is sometimes cited as the loudest track ever recorded on a CD. This shit will bust your computer, my nigga. Lingua Ignota, Woe to All. So this song is by Christian Hater, an American pianist born June 17, 1986. So from 2017 to 23, she released music and went as her stage name, Lingua Ignota. And this is from her 2017 album, All Bitches Die. Yeah, when I think of pianist, I don't have this song in mind. Muslim Gauze Assassin album. So Muslim Gauze was the main musical project of Bryn Jones from 1961 till 1999. And he's a British electronic and experimental musician. And he was very influenced, as you can see in his name, by conflicts in the Muslim world. Unfortunately, on December 30th, 1998, Jones rushed to a hospital because he caught a rare fungal infection that spread to his bloodstream, which he had to be heavily sedated, and unfortunately he succumbed to the disease January 14th, 1999. That being said, enough on him. Let's talk about the album. Assassin was released in 1996, and I could describe it as a lot of sporadic noises. I have no idea what the hell this has to do with the Muslim world, what his music has to do with the Muslim world, but hey, listen, if you know about his music more than me, let me know down in the comments. Showed Me the Body in Earth Eater, You thought what you saw was it? As described by Pitchfork. Corpus 1 is a fiery, hopscotching roll call spanning nearly every subdivision of experimental vanguard. And we can definitely hear it on the track You Thought What You Saw Was It. Not gonna lie though, one of the vocalists sounds like MC Riot. And there's like this shawty screaming in the song, which is really mad annoying. Gills Corey, I'm going to do it. As Reddit user Effective Amphibian 95 puts it, it's crazy that it can be so straight to the point and just saying I'm going to kill without it sounding edgy or corny. Basically, dude wants to self-delete himself and just said it on and 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 on. And on again. The whole song. I mean, the dude is from Middletown, Connecticut. I went to UConn, dude. Trust me, everybody from Connecticut, especially Middletown, probably wants to self-delete themselves. It's an ancient state. SHUU, support our troops. Oh, so SHUU is gonna appear a lot on this Iceberg. Get ready. Basically, they're an experimental art rock formed in 2002 and led by singer Jamie Stewart. Now, with a name like that and the lead singer being called Jamie Stewart, you would wonder where the name comes from. Well, it comes from SHUU, the Send Down Girl. Now, Fabulous Muscle is their third album, and it was recorded in Seattle and Oakland. Now, talking about the album where the track is found on, this is one of their more, let's say, accessible albums to the public. It's a little easier to listen to. That being said, each story is crafted with pretty intense personal stories and tales of a lot of trauma. I mean, the lead singer had to come to terms with the loss of his father and the atrocities committed by American troops in the Middle East. So we get into Support Our Troops, oh, and oh are the lyrics fucking crazy. I'm just gonna show the lyrics. Watch who's around when you read them. And you know what's the craziest thing? Is that he's not singing, it's more spoken word, which makes the song even a lot more chilling. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the instrumental is so unsettling. It's gonna fucking hurt your ears. Like, I had to stop this shit because I could not take it anymore, guys. Full of Hell and Merzbow, self-titled. Merzbow is back! Yes, sir. Full of Hell and Merzbow is a collaborative album between the American grindcore band Full of Hell and the Japanese noise artist Merzbow. As stated on Exclaim by Michael Rankick, the end results finds Full of Hell's explosive breakneck power violence stitched together by Masami's squalls and squelches. Though Masami's contributions sound more like black holes than any kind of connective tissue, they are the dark matter that connects each song. And I kind of agree with this statement because this is not noise feel like you find typically in any Merzbow project. It's basically just a dude wailing on fucking drums and he's screaming as much as he can. It just sounds like the same song on repeat. Even with that, it's still not cohesive as a project. It's a fucking pass for me, dog. Honestly, I don't know if my ears can handle much of this. If yours can't, I understand because this shit is horrible. But that being said, we're going on to layer 4 and it gets much worse. Throbbing Gristle Weeping. Throbbing Gristle were an English music and visual arts group formed in Kingston upon. They were widely regarded as pioneers in industrial music. So basically this is track 6 on their 1978 album, DOA, the Third and Final Report. And just to mention, this album was included in the book 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die. Pitchfork described the album as nauseating masterpiece and essential record. It is so eerie, oh my god.
Weeping on the floor.
CCC Phantasmagoria. This is 45 minutes of a nightmare. Vanta Pro 6 Futuristic Computer Sex. I can already tell by the title, this is going to be a bad one. And it's literally just noise, dog. Masona Spectrum Reaper album. As stated on Spotify, extreme noise artist Maso Yamazaki has been active at the forefront of Japanese underground since 1987. And this might be the scariest shit I've ever heard. I repeat, do not play this alone at home. Do not! Hydrocaden, translated to Emergency Stairway, is a Japanese noise and free improvisation group. I don't know what's up with Japanese people and making noise. Somebody tell me what's up. So they have a revolving lineup. They've had 2 members to like 14. And this song is basically just 11 minutes of a schoolgirl screeching. And I have a question for people that listen to noise music, because a lot of this Iceberg is just straight up noise. Where's the pleasure? I understand that our music is too samey and in the Western world is always the same type of music. I can understand that. But Jesus Christ, bro, it is straight up noise. Please, in the comments, people that enjoy noise music, let me understand, please. Like, this song's unlistenable. It's making my skin crawl. SHUU, I love it. We got SHUU a second time. And we're gonna get them a lot more times, don't worry. And the title of the song is just super out there. It's ridiculous. And the lyrics are so much more wild. I can't even show the cover art. Swans Cop. So Swans is the American experimental rock band formed in 1982 by Michael Jura. And the lyrics on the song Cop are graphic as hell. Like, I don't know if they're denouncing police brutality or not. If they are, shout out to them. And I just want to refer back to this YouTube comment saying, my favorite song to play when my family's over for Thanksgiving. Dan of Steel's words, not mine. Pendaging, practice of hygiene. As described on a very weird website, pendaging is a self-taught, self-proclaimed outsider who makes music, art, and tells stories. Born and raised in Guiyang, southwest China, she has been hiding in Berlin since 2016. Okay, I really have to be honest with y'all. This is the most unsettling song on this list. Like, just me talking about it, I am getting goosebumps. It was so freaking unsettling. She made me so uncomfortable with this song. It is crazy. Like, I did not know music. Like, I love music and music can have a lot of power on you, but to feel this fucking scared, what the fuck? Like, if you can skip one song on this list, skip this one. It's really bad. Psychic TV Cathedral Engine album. So Psychic TV were an English experimental video art and music group. And this is them. And this is the art cover for Cathedral Engine. Oh no, I have to blur it. No, I gotta blur this shit. And I gotta be honest, this album is more tamed than a lot of projects on this Iceberg, with sometimes some weird noise popping out of nowhere sometimes, but not as bad as a lot of things on this Iceberg. Black to Come, Licking the Fire Tree. German experimental artist Mark Richter produces the majority of his recordings under the name Black to Come, exploring the dark edges of drone and abstract audio design. And he puts some batshit weird sounds on his music. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the art cover of Licking the Fig Tree perfectly encapsulates the mood of the whole project and the songs in the project. I mean, just look at the image. This is literally what I hear. I'm seeing what I hear. And the song kind of sounds like a monkey going, yeah. Michael Jura, You See Through Me. So Michael Jura is an American singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, author based in New Mexico. And we already talked about him because he founded the band Swans. Now, the song You See Through Me is the opening track on his 1995 album, Dreamland. And he talks about the song on the press release of the album on the Young God Records website, saying, You See Through Me features a surreptitious recording by Jarbo of a drunken rant by me. I think I discovered the cassette one day in a drawer in her desk and decided to use it for a song dedicated to her, You See Through Me. Of course, it's incredibly embarrassing to include on an album made for public consumption, but I thought it was a legitimately good recording. A good performance in a way, despite the fact that it was of slowly spiteful me. It could have been anyone. Well, maybe not. Prescient, its subject was money. Anyway, it was just material and everything's fair game. In the end, it was an honest homage to Jarbo, though most people fail to notice that. And I actually think the song is quite beautiful. Merzbow Anti-Monument album. We're back with Merzbow, and this album is just straight noise again. But the first track has a little sexual noise twist to it. So there's that. Aphex Twin 21. Aphex Twin is back too, and this is off the album Ambient Works Volume 2, which is actually Aphex Twin's second studio album, released in March of 1994. And number 21 is, I guess, tame. I don't know why it's this deep in the Iceberg. The Aphex song that was higher in the Iceberg was way weirder, so I don't know. SHUU Battery Erzabet. So Battery Erzabet is a song by experimental drone metal band SHUU. And this song is inspired by Elizabeth Bathory, the Hungarian countess from the 16th century who was often associated with murder and torture. And a lot of people describe the group SHUU, or actually their music, as extremely intense and demanding for the listeners to get into because it starts so slow and then builds up to something so freaking loud and huge. And to be honest, this is exactly the song. Battery Erzabet is literally that, man. It's 15 minutes of me just wasting my time. Stephen Roden, Hanging Garden. So Stephen Roden is a visual and sound artist from Los Angeles, California. His work includes painting, drawings, sculptures, film, and video. He's really a complete artist. And for this song, he really uses a lot of musical elements, like a combination of already recorded sounds, ambient noise, musical elements to create this immersive musical landscape. And as the title suggests, Hanging Garden. You get this botanical theme. And I think this YouTube comment summarizes the song pretty well. Imagine taking a friend's earphones and hearing this. This song is weird. But besides that weirdness, let's get deeper. Layer 5. The Jirori GGG Hell Driver. So this group that I will not repronounce the name because I probably butchered it is a Japanese experimental project founded in 1985 and Hell Driver's project released in 1999. I don't have a lot to say about Hell Driver except that it's very eerie piano. Uboa, please don't leave. Uboa is a music project of the Australian drone, ambient, and noise rock artist Sandra Metcalfe. Uboa's music often reflects her struggles with her transgender identity, reflected in her music, via the juxtaposition of ambient music and harsh white noise. I gotta be honest with you, if this music really represents the pain she has inside, boy, she suffered because goddamn, this song made me struggle to stay alive. Merzbow and Genesis P. Orridge, a Perfect Pain album. Again and again with Merzbow. But enough of Merzbow, let's talk about the other artists on the project. Genesis Breyer P. Orridge, born February 22nd, 1950, and unfortunately passed away on March 14th, 2020. He was an English singer-songwriter and lead vocalist for a band we already talked about, the Throbbing Gristle. He was also a founding member of a cult called the Temple of Sidekick Youth. What the fuck? And also another weird band too. He fronted the experimental group Psychic TV. So this is just a strange dude. This album sounds like he's trying to invite us to join his cult with Merzbow. American Pleasure Club and his book. This band led by Sam Ray. American Pleasure Club is a band from Baltimore. Raw punk influenced guitar leads with contemplated emo leaning melodies and the lyrics. So some crazy shit. And this is a track 5 on their 2019 album Fucking Bliss. You know in horror movies when there's a jump scare? Yeah, like that. This is what it sounds like getting up to that. Like when I was listening to this alone, I felt like somebody was gonna jump me. Swans Coward live version. Swans are back here again and again with another banger, and we have a genius annotator saying in the song the protagonist begs to be punished for being weak. The abuser is reluctant to hurt him, though, because he has dissipated into a shell of a person who is unrecognizable at this point. And how can you hurt someone deep down if there's nothing to hurt? He then tries to use his love for the abuser as incentive for the abuser to continue hurting him. I mean, the first lyrics are, I'm a coward, put your knife in me. Yikes. Peter Valek album 4. So I believe this is the artist, and the album is a little bit like the artist's IG page. Just weird noises and just weird stuff. I wouldn't say this is abrasive or hard to listen to, but it's just weird. It's like a dude just throwing stuff in his apartment and making noise with his computer. Mouthpig's Hypnotic Force. This song is so sexually explicit, it makes WAP by Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B sound like a nursery rhyme for children. Like, I can't even play this. Like, if you're in front of your parents and you want to play this song, don't do it. Junkin Man, Pink Noise. Basically, it's just a person screaming for their life. Don't play this. It's gonna break your computer. Don't just, it's gonna hurt your ear. Don't play this. Don't even look this up. Nurse with Wound, who can I turn to? So Nurse with Wound, NWW, is the main recording name for British musician Stephen Stapleton. And this album dropped in 1996. Just listen to this. Big Black, Jordan, Minnesota. So Big Black was an American punk rock band from Evanston, Illinois. And they were active from 1981 to 1987. And the song is disgustingly inspired by the report of a child abuse ring in the town of Jordan, Minnesota. I'm gonna be honest with you, the beat is really cool. The lyrics are rough. This is a really dark song. And I mean, I think everything of the song fits really well with it. It's a headbanger. Listen to it if you can, because again, the lyrics are dark, man. This is some dark shit, but the song's pretty good. The Jirori GGG SHUU. So we're back with the group that I will not name again, with the most savage album on this list. Let me just read you this comment. It by Killivvn 77. Picture this, it's 1989 and one of the most respected leaders in Japan, Emperor Hirohito Showa, has just passed away. The whole country enters in an extensive mourning period. A few days later, you walk by your local record store and come across this album sitting on the new releases shelf. You pick it up as it bears the recently deceased emperor's image and likeness. So you assume it to be a commemorative album. I mean, it must be. Who would put the emperor's face on a record in light of such recent events? You decided to buy it and take it home. Shortly after arriving home, you dive into your room and place it on your turntable, and are finally relieved to find that, as the Japanese national anthem suggests, it is actually a commemorative record. You relax and proceed to mourn, only for your grief and lament to be interrupted by 36 minutes of intense, hardcore pornographic audio. This band was insane to do this. It's ridiculous. How do you pull a stunt like this after the death of such an important political figure in Japan? This must be really one of the riskiest things I've ever seen done in music. Literally the only person I could see do something crazier than this is probably Mr. Kanye West himself. With all that savagery said, let's get into our final layer. Layer 6. Nurse with Wound, A Sucked Orange. A Sucked Orange is an album by a band we already talked about, Nurse with Wound. And quite frankly, it's not really that bad. Subtitles are literal to what you hear on the album. For example, there's some pleasant banjo intro with irritating squeak. The titles sound like the songs. Current 93, I Have a Special Plan for This World, and also the song Faust. So Current 93 is an English experimental music group, because they all are, and they've been working since the early 80s. And the song I Have a Special Plan for This World is such a long song. There's so many lyrics on this shit, bro. Like, look how many lyrics are in this song. TikTok could never handle. And they have another song called Faust. This shit is just creepy. Frankie Teardrop. So this is a song by the band from their self-titled debut album that dropped in 1977. The song tells the story of a young father and poverty-stricken factory worker whose destitution drives him to insanity. One day, Frankie comes home from work, murders his wife and child, and then commits suicide. The narrative then continues to him into hell. The music backing of the song is sparse, featuring just a simple keyboard riff, drum machine, and the vocal line, creating a chilling atmosphere. Also, singer Alan Vegas adds some dark, inhumane screams to the song. Yes! Making the song a fucking train wreck. I mean, Bruce Springsteen cited this song as an inspiration on his album Nebraska. Artist Lou Reed even once said he wished he had written the song. And guys, the scream is gonna get to you. SHUU, Mary Turner, Mary Turner. SHUU has appeared here so many times. Let's see what craziness they have for us now. I'm just gonna read this Reddit post for y'all. Holy fuck, can we talk about this song? This song affects me on a different level. It is so dark and terrifying and disturbing. Jamie's muffled, distorted, and echoing vocals sound so possessed. I can't really find a word for it, but they are so off-putting. When the line, "a match is struck and she is set ablaze," comes, and that rush of sound hits as well, as Jamie's vocals raising in pitch and expression just sends shivers up my spine, and then the ambiance with the strings combined with the squeaking noises. This song is one of the most terrifying things I've ever heard, and I love it. This album is my first experience with SHUU, and it definitely was just that, an experience. I'll definitely be listening to the rest of their discography. Yeah, so basically, Mary Turner describes in detail the gruesome lynching of an African-American couple, Hazel Hayes Turner and Mary Turner. So basically, this would be like a unlistenable version of Nina Simone's Strange Fruits, with Nina Simone's Strange Fruits being one of the greatest songs of the 20th century, maybe the greatest. The song is just fucking dark, and I don't think it's quite that good. Throbbing Gristle, Hamburger Lady, and Slug Bait. And we're back with this band again. So this song talks about the victim of a horrible car accident, and is based off a letter by Blaster Al Ackerman. And basically, he's just a popular male artist and writer from the early 70s. So the first song talks about a victim of a horrific car accident, and the second part is where it gets kind of effed up. Basically, Slugbait describes the narrator brutally torturing a pregnant woman and her husband, who proceeds to rip out the unborn baby and eat it. Like, why? Just why? This layer is so effed up already. White House, Birdseed. So Birdhouse is the 17th album by the group White House that was released in 2003. And on the album, they have the title track, Birdseed. This track is not a song, but it's a compilation of testimonies of victims of sexual abuse and mothers of assaulted and children. And there's so many lyrics, bro. Let me just play you just an excerpt. So just an excerpt, just enough so I don't get banned off of YouTube.
That I remember, he would make me perform oral sex. So that was about 12, 13.
12-year-old?
Right.
That's disgusting. I'm ending the video here. Thank you, guys. Listen, guys, if you enjoyed this, thank you so much for watching till the end. Again, if you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, guys, and comment. Did I forget something? Or is there something I should have added more to this iceberg? Let me know down in the comments. And also the link tree, guys. You already know, guys. Hit me up on all socials, man. I answer everybody. And also, let's not forget, road to 10K. Guys, if you want that blonde vinyl, you already know what to do. But besides that, guys, don't forget to keep it supreme.